Hi, thank you for joining me, Wendy Anderson, justbe.me. The activation of the indigo, and there may be other people of different ages feeling this as well, but it seems to be primarily the indigo soul contract at the minute. So this is how you may be feeling. So you may be feeling that certain relationships are crunchy, or you're just not interested, or they just simply annoy you so much that it's just no. So relationships, this could be with parents, lovers, spouses, even clients or work. So what is draining your energy? And it could be even projects or work themselves that are draining your energy. So there's new DNA activations for the indigos and for others that some have already kind of like got this in the DNA inbuilt, some of the other soul contracts. But the indigos are just being activated in their DNA to do this. There may be some really hard decision makings to let some relationships go. If there's a decision to be made, you'll feel it in the teeth. So if you've got a wisdom tooth that's rumbling, or a tooth infection, or an abscess even, something like that, or your teeth just feel sensitive, there's a decision to be made to make a boundary. And the boundary is just to take some time just for yourself in your own energy to help the DNA upgrade. So whenever there's a DNA upgrade, there's always a time of absorbing it into your energetic field. So in this time, it's good to do very little, do nothing. Yeah, you may feel fatigued and no energy. If you are feeling this way, don't think that you are descending. You are not. You've already ascended. It's just that there's just another activation. So don't beat yourself up about it. You know, if old symptoms are coming up, great. You know, this is you ascending still. That it's not descending. There's kind of no such thing really as descending. Ascending and descending are the same thing. It's just how you're feeling it in the body. So if you are around people that you are virtue signaling to, so when I say virtue signaling, doing things that actually you don't really want, but you'll turn up for the validation. So we've had soul contracts in 3D where we've needed validation in certain relationships, whether it be, and it could even be work title. You know, some people look for validation in a work title. You know, societal validation. Some people may find validation in their wealth. Some people may have validation in literally leaving their battery to literally just run dry and just giving away, you know, lots of charity, their energy to charitable causes and things like that. Again, there's an imbalance in charity there, and at some point you'll want to vampire off somebody else because you'll be that low in it, but you're looking for the validation and the feel-good factor from whoever you are, you know, serving in that way. But then you'll go to somebody else and you'll need the energy from that other person, which could be a spouse or kids, something like that. That is freely giving and, you know, unconditionally loving. But at some point they'll turn around and go, do you know what, enough's enough. I can't do this anymore. I need some space. I need some space to recharge my batteries. You know, you can't use me as your battery charger anymore. So there's a lot of this going on. And the reason why this is coming up, and then once you kind of like make the decisions of, right, these relationships are no more in my field, and then everything goes quiet. Everything goes quiet, even, you know, your usual guidance, the angelic realm, the ascended masters, dragons, whoever it is, all goes quiet. And you're like, have they forsaken me? Have they abandoned me? Even angel numbers, you know, you have a lack of interest in angel numbers, and it's kind of like, for crying out loud, I just want to have a good night's sleep now. Message me in the morning. It'll be a little bit like that. But this is confirmation and celebration that all of your guidance is within you now. It's in your DNA. It's part of you. It is with you 24/7. There's no longer that need for that, that instant connection that you used to have when you used to meditate and everything else, because it's now within you. We needed that because we needed the reassurance, you're on the right path, you're going in the right direction. So if your guides are coming in again, it's because, you're on the right path, you need the... But if they go quiet, then take that as a sign that you actually are on the right path. Everything is okay. Just keep going what you're doing. And you maybe think, how can I be on the right path? I've just kind of like said, I don't want this XYZ relationship in my mind's eye. So, I must be a really bad person. You're not. You're really not. So know your worth again. You're amazing. You are a being of light, which is infinite. And the next phase, when it all goes quiet and calm like that, is the urge to be in service. Now, because you've learned to let certain vampire energies go, you may be thinking, I'm worried about my next new passion project, or moving forward in service, or whatever it is that you're going to do. You may have kind of like so much bullshit in your mind going on at the moment, like, I'm worried that I won't do a good enough job because it's new. I'm worried that people won't pay me enough for the work that I'm doing. I'm worried that I'm just not going to make enough money. I am, there'll be all kinds of worries and concerns about starting a new passion project. Am I good enough? Will people come? Will people use the service? Will people get it? Or will people just think I'm a nutter? It's kind of like, there'll be all sorts going around in your mind. Just check in with the conversations. What is it you are telling yourself? Imply you're in a cheerleader. So you're bound to have an inner critic that'll tell you every time you've done something wrong. So balance your inner critic up with your inner cheerleader. Celebrate for every time that you might have just smiled at somebody and made the day, or you've said something and somebody's gone, oh, yeah, that makes sense. Or, just celebrate the small things. Celebrate the small things. And then your passion project will get easier and easier, because you'll be less critical and you'll be more celebratory in your passion project. You've been used to probably others criticising in your life as well. And again, that's why you've disconnected from the vampire energy, who want to dull you. And, this is our subconscious level. Bless them, they are still beings of light, as we are. But you may have just outgrown that particular contract with them in that relationship. That the outgrowing it in it is that you know your worth now. You don't need validation from anyone else anymore. You're good for it. So, and again, you may have an impatient energy as well, that I just want to the building of the project, and I just want to be getting on with it now, and I just want to be doing it. Yeah, check in with your impatience and slow down with a little bit of patience. Baby steps. Take a step, take a rest, take a step, take a rest, take a step, take a rest. And your energy it'll be infinite. It will maintain, shall we say. Being around these other relationships that we've been has literally, sucked our batteries dry in some ways. And then in some ways we've had to use another person to perhaps maybe, or you may not have done, or we may have done unconsciously. So we may have used another relationship where we've not felt validated in one relationship. We may have used another one for the validation. So again, this is our mindfulness. Where is it that I'm at? Checking out my relationships, checking out my energy, my battery levels. Where is it that I'm being vampired? Where is it that other people are vampiring me? So be patient in your projects. It will come. You will be fine. All is well. It's good. Any worries or concerns, do your column of light meditation and just sit, just be, relax, chill, give it up to the universe. Any worries, they will help you out with it. So the doing nothingness is a really, really good way of manifesting, because you're sitting back in your worth again. So you know you're going to be abundant, you know, because you're in that energetic field. Just knowing it, and the rest will follow. So taking that time to just be and just rest right now is imperative to what you want to manifest, to success. It's all good. Also as well, the question is, this is a really interesting one. Thank you guys for putting it in this way, but it'll certainly help you remember in the questioning. Who is pimping you? Who's your pimp? Is it the divine? Are you a pimp? Is the divine a pimp? That you are literally have got this urge to be in service. There's nothing wrong with that. It's part of the DNA expansion. But if the divine is your pimp and wanting you to work and wanting you to do what you need to do, you know that you will be rewarded with energy, with abundance, with peace, with just, balanced forces, just anything that you need will be given. Good pimp to have. Or you've got the positive pimp. Oh my goodness, thank you for that. The positive pimp, okay. Or have you got the negative pimp? So do you want to do a passion project and something is, shall we say, distracting your focus from where you want to be? Is it somebody else that is giving you a list of jobs to do? Or like, this is my second take of this video, because halfway through the first one my son goes, "Mum, can you pick me up from the gym?" So we've all got distractions in our lives. It's how far we allow those distractions to really destroy your dream. If we allow these distractions, have you got a spouse as well that you want to do a passion project, and your spouses go, "Well, what we're going to do for money? We've got this pay and that's pay," and we're literally kind of like in, they're probably not going to call it recession, but it is, isn't it? Let's face it. Everything's gone sky high, and it's kind of like, prices are back to like 2008 again, 2009. So it's kind of like, we've lived through it, let's do it again, whoop whoop. But do you know what, this time, I don't know, I just feel like doing something different. So who's pimping you? So who's setting you out to do the work that you actually don't really want to do? So the positive pimp, you actually want to do the work. The negative pimp, you don't want to do the work, and you're going to get little back from it. You're not going to get satisfaction, you're not going to get balanced forces, you're not going to get that energy that will keep you upright. You just know it. And then you've got these distractions coming in as well from the vampires. It's like it's all going on, isn't it? So the vampires will make you feel unworthy, like dog shit. You will literally kind of like do everything to virtue signal and for everything for validation, to please the heck out of them. So you will be people pleasing, and it will get to the point where you'll feel overwhelmed. You'll start to feel it in the sacral area. So the sacral area is bottom part of your back, kidneys, adrenals, reproductive system, womb, ovaries, fallopian tubes. For a guy, you may be feeling it in the testes or even your anus. So you will be feeling overwhelmed. Your body will be just so discombobulated. So if you are feeling this, the overwhelm, it'll feel really heavy. So take some time for yourself. Any clients that are not valuing you, either put your fee up, double it, If they stay with you, great. If they don't, bonus. But eventually they'll kind of like, they'll either appreciate you or leave. And that's exactly what you want. So yeah, put your prices up. If you don't want to say no, you know, we aren't a good match for business, then it's kind of like you could always not be available for an appointment. And some people aren't a good match for business. You know, they don't appreciate you. They don't want to pay your going rate, your full price, and they kind of like scoff at it. So that's a vampire client. So no. A parent that's always that you can't do anything right, you know, always scoffing at you, and a vampire parent, sorry. It could be a brother or a sister that, you know, that always make you feel like just worthless. Again, vampire. Cut them loose, cut them loose, cut them loose. And the thing is, you don't have to be volatile with this. You don't have to be you know, really get angry with it or anything like that. It's just really calmly be busy doing other things, basically, like your passion project. Just make yourself busy with things that make you feel good, whatever that is, that you are too busy to focus on whatever it is that they've got going on, really. And they will try and kind of like pull your leg and, you know, try and get your attention again, because they're wanting the validation, but you're busy validating yourself. So somebody came up with, I heard this saying the other day and I loved it. So thank you for the person that gave me this saying, and I will be using it and I will be passing it on. Thank you so much, really appreciate it. Your monkey, your circus. Love that saying. So it's looking after your own monkeys in your own circus, and it's finding that divine order in your own circus. But once you find that divine order in your own circus, it's a good show. It's going to be a good show. You're going to be you'll enjoy it, and it's fulfilling. If you are constantly sorting somebody else's monkeys out in their circus, then it's just a distraction from your own show. So I hope this helps, because it really put me through the ringer this year, this one, in literally letting go of relationships that, you know, you've had your whole life, or maybe not, but, you know, you may love that person, but if they are not serving you and you need to be in service to humanity, then you have to make really tough decisions that may hurt somebody else, and you don't want to do that because you think, well, I'm a nice person, I don't want to hurt anyone. But unfortunately for this one, you know, this is one person versus your service to humanity. It's kind of, it's for the greater good. So if it's not for the greater good, then it's not in your remit, it's not in your field, it's not in your DNA, it's not in your new program way of being. So if you're feeling overwhelmed, you're feeling angry with people or situations, toxic situations that are literally just soaking up all of your energy and your attention, it's because you're looking for validation, my lovelies. You don't need it. You know you're awesome, absolutely amazing, awesome. And no one will be able to tell you what to do either, because you've each come in with a unique signature, jigsaw piece, abilities, skills, talents, personalities. You've each got something unique, so nobody will be able to tell you what to do in your next passion projects. It will just come in for you. At the minute, if you feel like, I don't really know what I want to do with myself, then you're in a pause to just allow it to soak into your DNA. So do the things, so take a pause, take a break, take a rest to rejuvenate, reevaluate. And if you're coming out of resting, then start to do the things that you love and you enjoy again, that really make you smile, that will fill your energetic cup. Take time to do I say I found the silver method meditation. It's on YouTube, it's free. That's amazing as well. Or the pillar of light meditation that I've done for you before on one of these videos. Leave a comment if anyone wants the pillar of light meditation again. That can really, really help. But just see you this way as like you're always lit. You've got your halo. You wear your halo around your head. You're always lit. Your body is always in the light. You are always in the light. Yeah, distractions, some relationships will remove you from it. Some are like drains, some are like radiators. So I will leave that one with you, and keep focused because there is new seeds being planted. The rebirth of the ancient future is coming in, and you are going to be instrumental in helping it come in. So I am sending you, every single each one of you out there, my love. Oh, okay, I've got to mention this. Increased sensitivities. So the increased sensitivities, so kind of like somebody that is vampiring you, you will kind of like spidey tinglies now, and you will literally spot it from 100 meters away. So you will know. This may be things that may be happening off planet and you're sensing it. Trust your niggle. Do your command. Do your pillar of light and command. So it's really own it. Whatever it is that you want to happen, you own it. It's no kind of like, I'm just asking for it, but it's okay if I don't get it. It's no, command. This is what I want to do. This is what I want to happen. This is what I want myself to do. And this is it. But it's also letting go of that outcome as well, because the universe might have a different plan for you. You think you might know what you're asking for, but the universe have got, no, they don't actually mean that. So if you don't get what you're asking for, one, your batteries might be low. Recharge yourself, or two, and if you're not charged as well, you are not in your worth. So again, this is really important to charge your batteries with your light field meditations, with coming away from any parasitic or vampire energies, and you'll have more parasites in your digestive system. So this is a good sign as well. If you've got an overgrowth in parasites, even the C word or some other digestive issues, kidney issues, perhaps ovarian issues, these are all symbolic that there's something not right, and your body is letting you know something isn't right. Decisions need to be made. It's okay to make those hard decisions. Give yourself permission. I give myself permission to be me. I give myself permission to make hard decisions. I give myself permission to re-energize myself in whatever way that means possible. Protection. So this is your protection, but you have to ask for the protection to come in, so to speak. But the pillar of light is your protection. And your choosing what you want to engage in and what you want to not engage in, your choices here. So the C word is definitely about choices. So kind of like in my practice as well, when I was a bioresonance practitioner looking at what pathogens are in people's bodies, I did get some people coming in with the C word, and looking at their relationships, there was always somebody that was narcissistic, parasitic in their life. But they couldn't make the decision to cut it off. Some did. They're the ones that were most likely with the better vital force to recover. So that's an interesting observation, that they needed the validation and the love from another person. And almost that illness is almost a signal to say, no, you don't. You don't at all. Validate yourself with doing X, Y, Z. And the X, Y, Z is, as I've spoken about this before, look at your diet. Look at your fear responses. What is it that you're fearful of? Look at choices. You know, what is it that you're not choosing? Have you got full autonomy over your body, or are you just, you know, letting somebody else? You're just giving your energy away. And if you think about it, if you're giving an energy away in relationships, then you're going to give energy away to, shall we say, medical profession, which are potentially going to parasite £30,000 out of each person that goes through that treatment. But we'll say no more about that one because my video may be blocked or cancelled, but I hope you know what I'm talking about. Okay, so I've also got to mention, being prompted to mention, current, how can I put this in a code that you're going to get, that you, if you understand, current leaderships in a parasitic energy. But once you know that you do not need that for your validation anymore, things get a bit nasty. Okay, things get a bit nasty. All right, so things might get a bit nasty for a while, because it's kind of like, oh well, you know, kind of like, don't need me then, do you? Right, well, I'll cut off all your resources. If you don't think you need me, you cut, you know, a little bit like that, if you know what I mean. So what I will say is, if you know what I am saying, is how can you take self-responsibility now? You know, you don't need validation from other relationships now. So how can you be responsible for yourself? And this little robin sat in the trees, beautiful. How can you take self-responsibility for every which way that you can now? Interesting. Okay. Leave that one with you. So again, you know, it's looking for the vampire in the room, looking where you're putting where you are investing in your energies. Is it, am I investing my energies into an empty bank balance, or am I investing in something that I am going to get an energetic return from, shall we say? Discernments, everyone. But yeah, the new service, turning up to service, you'll have a newfound desire to turn up to service. If you haven't over the last few months, it's been for a reason. You've not descended in any way. It's just you've been giving yourself time to assimilate everything, all the programs and codings that you've had over the last few years, or ever how long. And you've got to a certain plateau and a peaceful place, and then it's kind of, right, there's some more work to do. Relationships, connectivity, that it's just to know that you are always connected, always, but you may be connecting in a different way because your frequency has changed, and that you're always in connection. You don't have to meditate or do anything. Just literally take a breath and, you know, and consciously, right, I know that I've got this. And you will become it. You like literally become your guide. You become that guidance. It's already inbuilt within you. You know what to do. You know what to do. You've done it before. You can do it again. It's fine. You've got this. So for me today is just extending a helping hand, and lots of love. Because I know some of you are literally feeling like you are going through the ringer at the moment, because I felt it, I did, and I can see it in others right now that they're going through this similar thing. It's all meant to be, it's all good. There will be some difficult decisions to be made, but the universe has got you back in making them. You're going to be okay, you will be looked after, you will be protected. It may seem nuts to other people what you may be wanting to turn up to do now, what you've been asked to do, but it's to know that you are fully supported. If you're wanting a little bit more encouragement, because you don't need the validation anymore, you're fully validated, find your tribe. Just other people that might be more on your level, and you may end up finding that your services correlate with one another, that you can maybe cross market one another in some ways, that there'll be some symbiotic connection in your services, particularly if they are for the greater good. There will be some connectivity there. Okay, so safety in numbers, right? So there'll be, so safety is coming up. So you may not be safe in moving, may not feel safe in moving forward at the moment. There may be a lot of fears regarding this. That's okay. Feel it, and walk with it. There may be a point in the whole thing where it's kind of like, right, okay, I'm done. I just need to get over myself now. That's beautiful. That's cool. You may not be there quite yet, and that for you, those of you that aren't, that's great. But you may come to that point of, do you know what, I'm done with whatever is, you know, great. That's opportunity to say, right, come on, let's go, get over myself. So these are just my thoughts of the day, my heartfelt thoughts for the day, my vulnerabilities for the day, because I've been there too. I felt everything that you are feeling, the overwhelm, the feeling like, do you know, I've got symptoms coming in, I don't feel good. Am I descending? Am I doing something wrong? No. Just the reminder, the exact opposite. It's another DNA activation. You are doing everything right. You are okay. You are on the right path. Yeah, it's going to be a little bit tough. There's going to be some cranky decision making. But you're okay. You've got this. You've got this. Love to you all with wherever you are at the moment. You know, if you are vampire slaying, let me know. I would love to hear your stories or your thoughts upon this. That would be amazing. Take care. Stay in peace, everyone. You know, the volatility against, you know, your vampire slaying, it doesn't have to be done in violence. The peace literally kills them. Literally. They can't take it. They cannot take it. They don't know what to do with it. So stay in peace and solidarity is the guidance. Anything other, you've lost yourself. You've come away from yourself. Right, leave my love with you. Take care, everyone. Bye.